WBLK, who is this?
Hey, this is James calling on the topic of today.
James, where do we go from here? We had 2 black men shot by police. We have 5 police officers killed. Where do we go from here?
That's a good question, man. But, I hate to see the violence back and forth, but we got to stand there sometime. We've been marching for how many years? We've been talking and speeches for how many years? And they just steadily just don't pay attention to it, and they're still doing what they do. They it's to the point they showing it on TV what they do to us. Then they'll show on TV how we're not going to get no justice. Also, it's like laughable to them. That hurts. We've been hurting in this country for how long? It hurts.
WBLK, who is this?
Hi, my name is Dawn. I was calling about the police situation.
Dawn, what are your thoughts?
How the guy said you have to cooperate. I always tell my sons that if you get pulled over, just do exactly what they say. And they tell me, Mom, we do. And they still, try to provoke you. They, it's like there's no way out.
Right. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
Exactly. And, I don't get smart with them. Just do exactly what they say. And then, Mom, we do. And they just, it's like they want to beat them up.
Right. Well, and also, we live in a country supposedly where we also have rights, where I don't just have to listen to everything you tell me just because you have a badge. And if I choose not to, that doesn't necessarily mean I should die because I didn't listen to you, because we do have rights.
Exactly. It's just a shame, and all I can say is just pray for your children.
Right.
Just pray. That's all you could do is pray.
Well, I appreciate you, Dawn. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
WBLK, who is this?
Yes, this is Eric. I'd like to make a comment about today's discussion.
Yes, Eric, what do you think?
Well, I think it's all about status myself. I'm 72 years old, and I think I was 37 when I first found out what our nationality was. I think the black status is what's getting us killed. I think once we wake up to the fact of who we are and what our ancestors were, I think things would change.
So wake up in what way? Like, explain that to me.
The status. The black is a status, a political status, just like white is, The white status is actually applied to the Aboriginal indigenous people to this particular land, which is the Moors. They call them Indians, but we're all Moors. And I think once the so-called black wake up to the fact of what their nationality is and get down with their heritage, I think it'll turn it around. It's real. It's deep, and it's a lot more, to the information. But I think that's what it is. It's all about the black status. They got us as 14th Amendment property. Incorporate all of us, taxes. It's deep, and what they've been doing for generations. So I think it's all about status.
Well, you know what? I definitely appreciate you, in enlightening me and enlightening us, and thank you.
Okay, I appreciate it. Have a great day.
You too.
Okay.
Bye. Hey, who is this?
This is Gary from Buffalo.
Gary, what are your thoughts? Talk to me.
I was just thinking that two rights don't make a wrong. Coming from a Sicilian's point of view, I could definitely understand where the black community is coming from, being raised in the West Side, and just the fact that two rights don't make a wrong. So for someone to call in and say they feel emotionless, I just don't see where they're coming from. You know what I mean? We're all human beings. If everybody didn't look at it as a white and black thing and more just a human thing, I think that we would get past, the whole color barrier, that's been going on for centuries.
What do you think is a practical solution? How does this end? Because, not just black people, all people have protested, have prayed, have reached out to the government, have tried to reason with police officers, and there still seems to be some type of breakdown or barrier between the communication of the community and police. Where do we go from here?
Firstly, I think that the police officers need to be accountable for their actions. Secondly, I think there needs to be a lot more community patrolling. Growing up myself, I honestly always resented police just because I got, picked on for no reason. My skin might be a little darker, than some people, and I always got classified as, being something I'm not, a thug or, So I know how it feels, to be put down by the police, but at the end of the day, I feel as though that their badge overpowers us, and it's not fair, and there needs to be a stop put to it. But I just don't believe taking, lives is the right way to do it, because two wrongs don't make a right.
Well, I appreciate you weighing in. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate your time.
Bye-bye. WBLK, who is this?
Hi, this is April. I'm calling from Buffalo, and I am calling because I believe that we need more community policing, which means officers need to get out of their cars and communicate with their community, get to know them as people, and people need to ask their officers things, because when you see people as humans, you're less likely to take a life. But if you don't know somebody, then you don't care. But if you know that this man has a family at home, or you know that this is somebody's child, or Miss Murphy's kid, or whatever the case may be, you're less likely to be so quick to shoot and from either side, from either case. Back when cops walked the beat, we didn't have as many problems as we have now.
I appreciate
They knew their communities, and their communities knew them.
Right. Absolutely. I appreciate you, April. Thank you. Bye-bye. WBLK?
Hey, how you doing? It's TJ from the West Side.
TJ, what are your thoughts?
Hey, listen, I think the best thing we can do is all the police officers that work in our community should be allowed to live in them, should be made to live in them, actually. And that will cut down a lot of the stuff that's going on, because it's less likely for them to do something harmful to somebody else if they're living in the community that they're doing it in.
Right. I had, talked about this on air, is allowing the community to choose its police officers, allowing the community to monitor, whether it's on a yearly basis or more frequently monitor their police officers and actually evaluate their police officers.
Well, I think actually right now, the way things are going, I think it should be a monthly monitor. Who's doing what complaints are coming from who.
Right.
And start hitting them where it hurts, in their pockets. Forget their unions. The unions are there to help them, not to help the community.
Very well said. I appreciate you, TJ. Thank you.
You're welcome, baby.
Bye. WBLK.
Hello.
Hey, who's this?
Hi, this is Mike.
Mike, what are your thoughts?
I need to call in about this whole thing that's going on, because I have no emotions about what happened, and maybe I should have some emotions, but when do the police actually get justice? Justice that, they just running around reckless for so many years, running around killing black and white people, right? And don't nothing happen. Why are they out on administrative leave? All that is they getting paid to not be there. So, the police or the town don't get no facts because they still working. Why is not every time when we do something immediately happens? We just can't go on administrative leave when a black person or a white person just kills somebody. So like I said, and like I'm always going to say, it's just us. Not justice, just us.
WBLK, who is this?
This is Felicia.
Felicia, hey, are you calling in our topic?
Yes, I am.
What do you think, Felicia?
I think that these police officers should be held more accountable for their actions, because before, they didn't have a lot of the videotaping going on, and people that wasn't able to see what was happening. But now with all this video is that's being played and everyone's able to see it, it's it should be cut clear and dry. You see it, if they went wrong, they should be disciplined, as needed, because instead of being, they're let go on administrative leave, and then they go away for a while, and then they're back, and they're not being held accountable for what they're doing. So if there's no
action being taken for what they're doing, they're just going to keep on doing what they do because they say, okay, we'll do it, get a slap on the wrist. That's all. You know what I mean? So they,
right. And I think that's why so many people are angry is because there's video and they still get off and there still is no justice.
Exactly. If they were to be held more accountable for what they were doing, lose their job and get fired, maybe they'll think about what, you know what I mean? Like, okay, I can do this and get away with it. So, hey, there's no problem. You know what I mean? And it's just, it's sad. It's really sad. It really is.
Well, I appreciate you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good one.
You too. WBLK, who is this?
907.
Hi, yeah, this is Keith.
Hi, Keith. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts is this. Okay, we have a problem here in the United States where, as far as we go, the judicial system is filled with Klan members. Now, that goes from the police to the judges, lawyers, everyone. Cops are going to get off regardless because of the fact that they have people out there looking for them. All right, they're looking out for them. And until you get that solved, there's always going to be a problem. We always tell people one thing. The reason the Klan wear hoods because they don't want you to know who they are because they're staring you in the face when they ain't got them on.